child prodigy, following in his sister's footsteps. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart is a pianist and a composer. As a child, his older sister, Nanelle, I think that's how you say it, learned from their father how to play piano. At the age of 3, Wolfgang followed in their footsteps by learning piano, and soon he expressed interest in the style, tone, and pitch of the instrument. As he grew older, he composed many symphonies, and some of them are very popular today. However, in recent years, there has been research done called the Mozart effect. This effect is basically how the brain improves after listening to one of his symphonies. The Mozart effect is defined as research done on how listening to Mozart's music improved brain function. However, there are times where, however, the brain function is only limited. So as you take the research for the Mozart effect, first you begin by listening to Mozart's Sonata K448. There's no actual title for it, and listen to it for 10 minutes. After, you take a test. I don't know what sort of test, but it's there, and you take the test, and it has been shown that the results have shown that people who have listened to the sonata have better results than people who didn't. As I explained, the Mozart effect improves brain function. However, this can be improved by music or any type, and music basically applies both hemispheres and makes you apply the brain even more. Because music requires you to use both the right and left side, the more music you learn and the more it affects you, the more relation you have between your everyday cognitive functions and your creative side. Because the two hemispheres work together, they basically create a larger, more important element, and as your brain. And as the Mozart effect shows, well, the research at least, shows that the more you listen to the music, the better of a short-term memory you have. However, the El Sistema, it's an education program that implements every student learn a musical instrument, and they learn together as a class. So this works. This works in one Boston school that requires every student to learn an instrument, and the one I read about explained that every student played a string instrument from violin, viola to string bass and cello. So as the students learn the instrument, the program provides the students a bigger function in life, therefore giving them a better cognitive functions, so the everyday functions we do, like living, breathing, walking, talking, speaking, and the bass student I read about said he may be small, but he is quite smart. So, and because the string bass is such a large instrument and you have to fine tune it very quickly, the student excels in other subjects such as reading and math. On the WBR's Common Health website, I read that a professor has an opera hypothesis. Opera being OPERA, not the actual performance of an opera. The O stands for the combination of networks that the brain uses to process the music and cognitive functions. Basically meaning this network, as in the line between the two, combines, allowing your brain to apply both of them at the same time. The P starts for precision. We all know that when an instrument is out of tune, and we all know because there are colliding waves, it shows that there has to be some tuning in it, and so the precision causes us to find that exact point of matching pitch. E stands for emotion. Emotion is what we feel inside as the music is played. The emotion is like whether if you play a sad song, it's like deep and shallow and it creates a saddening feeling and it has a dark sound. The R starts for repetition. Repetition is always what they say. Practice makes perfect, and repetition shows that. Repetition is repeating the same thing over and over again until you can't get it wrong or you just can't get it right. And then A is for attention. We all know that we have to pay attention. So the attention we spend shows that each student is better off explaining each element of the opera hypothesis to the music world. The Mozart effect shows that every student is different. However, at an early age, listening to Mozart's sonatas can improve the function of the brain and also improve brain development. And as I know, I'm a music student, it really does help.